Good morning, darlings. April Mason here, your number one femininity educator and dating coach for the successful woman. And of course, fellas, I love having you here as well too, because many of you tell me that you do learn a lot by being here, even though my market is for the ladies. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Did you hear that? You know what that means. You know that means I have a special guest with me today. Oh my gosh. It's who? Baby Charlie. Yes, baby Charlie is here. I know you guys have asked, where has he been? Here he is, y'all. And he got his first haircut. I had to sit and hold his hand. We got a haircut. So, well, we actually kept the top. And then show the back. Turn around. Turn around, Dada. Yes. So we got a haircut. Yes. Yes, he got a haircut, but we did keep the little bit in the front, you know. So when we wash his hair, we want to curl it up. He still have a little curly high top.
Hello.
Say good morning. Yeah, it's been a minute, huh? He'll be to you all in August, October. So for those of you asking me always, my son saying my son is cute. This is not my son. This is my grandson. Okay, this is my grandson, my only grandson.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
Say I love you. Can they have a kiss? Go give him a kiss. Mwah. There we go. There we go. Okay, Granny has something to talk about. Can I talk about what I need to talk about? Do you want to watch Boss Babies right quick? Huh? What happened?
Daddy.
Daddy, that's not Daddy.
They just
He want to share with you first, and then I'll get into it. So, what do you want to tell him? What you think? What do you think they should know about love? You don't. Oh, that you love your granny. Okay, here. Where's the iPad? Here you go. Uh-oh. You can watch Boss Baby. Okay. Hold on, y'all. That's my poo-poo. He just dropped in. My daughter, she's finishing up her degree, so she asked me if I could babysit today while she goes to class. So, anywho, there we go. Play with that, Dada. Okay. He looking like, what the crap is that? All right, y'all. The title of this video is Your Purpose Mate. Your Mr. Right, your Miss Right is already here. But sometimes there's a major thing that distracts us from getting to them. Because everything that you want in your life is already here. What you say? Y'all say, April say, let's be clear. I don't have a 2-year-old. No, honey, my youngest is 21. Miss Mason don't want no more little children. This is my only little children right here. Well, my only boy. And then I have 3 granddaughters, and then I have another grandbaby on the way. Huh? Okay, can I finish talking right quick? I know they missed you, so I gave you your time because they always ask, where's baby Charlie? So I wanted to give you your time. So tell them, say, I love you. He associates a kiss, a kiss with I love you. I love you. Looking like your daddy. Okay. You can't touch it. All right. There he is, y'all. Y'all got little baby Charlie. Y'all been asking for him. Here he is. Now he has to go away so Granny can talk, okay? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Not the camera. Kiss me. Can I have a kiss? Thank you, Papa. Now sit down. So, here we go. A lot of times in life, what happens with us as humans, we are such idiots as humans. Well, before I even go into this, let me give you this little story. There's a Hindu story of a lady who wanted to meet the god Krishna. So she went into the forest and sat and prayed and prayed and meditated and prayed and prayed and continued to meditate and prayed and prayed and continued to meditate. While she was sitting there one day with her eyes closed, Krishna comes and taps her on the shoulder. Without opening her eyes, she says, I'm busy meditating. I'm trying to get something important coming into my life. Now, mind you, she never opened her eyes. Here's the thing. Could you have met your Mr. or Mrs. Right already? But because you're distracted with life, you're trying to get things done and in order, you're trying to, get a better job or whatever the case may be, you push them away. But you'll sit around with your friends and family members. Fellas, y'all sit around at the barbershop talking about, these women, they don't want good men, all of this stuff. But yet at the same time, you saying, I'm grinding it out, I'm grinding it out, I'm grinding it out. So I don't have time. Ladies, you say the same thing, with your girlfriends. Girls, these men don't want no good woman. But at the same time, all you do is work, work, work. Or you don't have a life. You don't know what your purpose is. So you just don't, you're not getting out. You stay in the house all the time. But yet the very thing that you desire the most, that companionship, that love, that having somebody there for you, and having that closeness and that human connection, you keep passing it up because you feel like I'm not in the perfect place in my life. Who told you that everything had to be in order in your life? I don't know who made us think that everything had to be in order in your life, because everything is a choice. It's an energetic shift that has to happen. So if all hell is breaking loose in your life, that's fine. You just make an energetic shift and say, you know what, I'm going to handle what I can handle. I'm going to let the Creator handle the rest. But what I'm not going to do is isolate myself or try to get everything in order. Is there something I can do for you? He just listening. You listen. Your granny going to make sure you're going to be good. So is it possible that the person that you're waiting for and have been waiting for all of these years has already appeared, but because they came at the most inopportune time, you pushed them away because you felt like, this has always been interesting to me. When people pray, what is there something? Look, okay, come on. When people pray and ask God for a thing, but they turn around when it shows up and push it away because it didn't come in the timing that they thought it should come in. That's the most interesting thing to me. How? Why? You like, what is that about? Very interesting. So when you pray, if that's the case, you should pray and say, God, I would love to have a wonderful woman in my life, but don't send her until this particular time. Or don't send him until this particular time. We don't have no control over that. All we know is this is what we desire. Universe don't know your timing, bad timing, good timing. All it knows is you put your energy toward getting this. And it's appeared. But you're not wise enough to pick it up. They're not wise enough, Baba. Are you going to be wise enough to pick it up? Yeah.
Baba.
Yeah. Tell them they have to be wise enough to pick it up. Okay? So with that, the question becomes, am I really ready for what I'm asking for? Because when it shows up, I constantly keep pushing away. Because I lost my job, because I lost my house, because I had some issues going on. I'm overthinking, not looking at it from the perspective of God loves me enough that he sent someone into my life. Really? You want to listen to what Granny saying that up close? You got to be all in my space like that? He sent someone into your life that could handle exactly what you're going through right now. That's the thing. God is not going to send someone in your life in this moment. Think about this. You've been praying and praying and praying about a thing. So your vibration for that thing is extremely strong. Your energy toward that thing is strong. But now all of a sudden life happens. It doesn't mean what you put into the atmosphere and what your desires is go away just because all hell broke loose. It doesn't mean that. Somebody said not necessarily in order, but you don't want to come off as needy. With the right person you won't. That's why I'm saying y'all over freaking thinking. With the right person, you're not needy. With the right person, they are equipped for what you are going through right now. You are not a burden to them. You are not needy to them because they are equipped for that. That's that overthinking-ish that I be talking about. Overthinking for no reason because it's not them with the issue with you. It's you with the issue with you. It's you. So how many people have we passed up on because we wanted to appear and we wanted our persona to be a certain thing, even though our life was going wrong? But guess what? I'm going to tell you something about those people when they come into your life. They already know your issues not in order. They already know that. But because they were divinely sent to you, they're not concerned about the stuff that's not in order. They're concerned about you. They were sent to you to be there for you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to let people pass you by because all hell done broke loose in your life? You know, I lost my car. I got a lot on my plate. I'm transitioning jobs, or I just got a promotion in my job. You know, all of these other things going on. But yet you're not looking at being in the present, and that if you've been praying and asking God where are the good men and good women are, and one shows up, you are the one at that point telling them no. You are the one doing that because you're not happy with you. Somebody said, God can send you that person, but then you think you are not enough for that person because of the current season. But that's the thing. You have to understand that person has already seen who you are. That person hears what you don't say. See, when God sends that person into your life, what happens is they're equipped with a whole nother set of stuff specifically designed for you. So all of that stuff that you keep trying to hide, they already see it and says, all is well. LaRonda said, how am I to know when so many play games? The fact that you focus on those that play games. Girl, you need to join the Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy. We don't think about that. We don't worry about men playing games. Because what we focus on is what we want, not what we don't want. So that's not what we get. The women in the VIP Academy, I'm gonna just tell you this, and a lot of them are here on this thread. They have so many options now that they understand that they are the choosers and they expect great things in their life. They don't think like that anymore. Now, when they first started, they did, but they don't think like that no more. So we don't focus on what we don't want. We live in the end of what we do want. The ladies in the Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy have no problem picking out their wedding dresses. They have no problem, seeing themselves in great relationships. Because I had to work on the mindset shift first. So a lot of women ask me, April, where do you go to meet great guys? I can tell you where to go to meet men all the time, but you won't know what to do when you get there because your energy has not shifted. You haven't shifted into the feminine. So you say, Miss April, what you say don't work, and it's not going to work for you until you understand your thoughts dictate everything in your life, and your belief system dictates everything in your life. The ladies in the Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy, you know what I love about those ladies? Sidebar. I'm having my How to Date Like a High Valued Asset Woman boot camp on next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in Atlanta. The majority of people that registered for that boot camp are women who have already invested in the Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy. I love those ladies because that says to me, they are ready and willing and going to do what they got to do to get it because their mindset has shifted. Okay? It has shifted. So anybody that ever asks where the good men or where the good women at, they'll never find them. They'll never attract them. You know why? Anytime you ask a question of where something is, that's you validating that it does not exist. We don't think that way. That ain't what we do. That ain't what we do. Somebody said, my coworker says, girl, how did you manifest that action on Fleet? My coworker says, girl, how did you manifest that in action? Girl, it's just what we do. It's what we do over in the Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy. But I wanted to share with you this morning that your person could have shown up, but because you have all of these belief systems and you have all of these different things hindering you and blocking you and everything, they got things blocking them, poo-poo, and everything, you overthinking. You're looking at yourself through the eyes of someone else, but they ain't looking at you like that. Fellas, there's a lot of women out here that we really adore you. We look at you and be like, wow, he's amazing. But because you don't think you're amazing, you look at yourself, view you through the eyes that you think we're looking at you at, and we're just like, wow, he's just all that and then some. I will be in Atlanta Easter weekend. Well, that's when the boot camp is. That's when the boot camp is. At Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Go to boot camp. Go to aprilmason.com and click on events. There's still a couple seats left. But like I said, we overthink and outthink our situation, thinking that a person is looking at us because of how we view it. And it ain't like that. When your person comes into your life, especially when they come at the worst time of your life, that's God's way of showing you him through them. They're there to be a comforter. They help you. They're there to be there for you. Do you think the opportunity will come back around? I think it may come back around, but it may not be with that same person. See, here's the thing. And I talked about this. I did a video called How I Lost the Man I Was Supposed to Marry. And people think, and I don't know who came up with this, girl, what God has for you is for you, all of these cliches. No, what God has for you is for you if you're smart enough to pick it up. You will continue to go through the same cycles if you live by the most dumb behind cliches that are not working in your life. And people will say, well, you know what? You never know what your life, it wouldn't be what it is if you wouldn't have done this. Yeah, I always say we have two paths in life, based upon whichever choice that we take. So you don't know what your life could be like. It could be even better than what it is right now if you would have taken a different path. You can't tell the young man who chose to go out there, sell drugs, gangbang, and get arrested. Now he got 20 years to life in jail. That if he would have made a better choice, that his life would not have been different. He would have saw something else. So we only say those things when we did not make a different choice. See, you wouldn't be living the life you live. Well, who says the current life you live is the level of success that you're supposed to have if you would have took another road? We don't know. All we can do at this point is make better choices from today. You gonna make better choices and get Granny a kiss? Mwah! Thank you, Dada. That's all we can do. That's all we can do at this point. But we live by these old dumb cliches. You know, what's meant for you ain't gonna pass you by. Who the hell told you that? What's meant for you will pass you by if you're not smart enough to pick it up. God is not gonna waste his best waiting on you to pick it up. So religious people, you pray, it manifests, and you go back and pray about the thing that manifested because you're not spiritually connected to be able to identify what's coming to your life and if that thing is that thing. You're not spiritually connected. That's why you wonder why. Is he gonna play games? Is she lying? Is she gonna respect me? Is she a gold digger? You worry about all of these things because you're so busy with the outside distractions of life, things that are going on, overthinking, that you're not living in the present moment and being aware. Everybody's talking about how woke they are, but they're never woke in the area of love and relationships and when it comes to themselves. I'm woke when it comes to look at what the man doing. Look at what's going on in society. Look at what they got going on. They woke when it comes to all of that. But when it comes to the very thing that you want the most, and fellas, this goes for you too, because the reason why you keep going out on all these dates with these random women is because you're in search for that companionship and that human connection. But at the end of the day, you're not woke enough and you too traumatized by your past. Ladies, it's the same thing for you. Too traumatized by your past experiences that you can't see what's good in front of you. Learn how to love what's good for you versus continue to being drawn to your past experience, that inner child. And I know this from experience because I dealt with not feeling chosen by my parents. So what ended up happening was I would subconsciously choose men that would not choose me and try to find a way to get them to do so. Because that would have been validation for me that I can be chosen. Instead of picking someone who already chose me. That's a whole nother subject. If you're going to teach me how to date VIP Academy, y'all know to go watch the video, How to Heal Your Inner Child. We talked about that. Go watch that video. But you got to be in tune. You got to be in tune, but you're not in tune. Daryl said the sisters are getting brainwashed. The brothers are brainwashed too to believe that, these women out here won't respect you. These women out here don't want nothing. They don't want a good man. No, everybody's definition of a good man may not be you. It doesn't mean you're not a good man. It's just you might not be a good man for that particular person. Or she just might not be able to identify who you are. And you don't want nobody that can identify your greatness anyway. I don't want nobody that can't identify my greatness, because if I have to sell you on me, I'm going to always have to sell you on why you should keep me. And Miss Mason is not in the business of selling herself, okay? Hey, stop FaceTiming folks on the phone. Your mama at school. How you know how to FaceTime anyway, little boy? It's a shame, sidebar, when you have a Netflix account and when you log in your Netflix account, it says April and Baby Charlie. How did you get on my Netflix account? Go ahead. Go watch Boss Baby. He liked to watch Boss Baby. And so with that, we spend so much time trying to get it all together. I do believe that we should always be on the road to self-discovery. I don't believe that everything has to be in order for somebody amazing to come into your life. I don't believe that. I believe we put so many limitations on ourselves. I believe that's what we do. We put so many limitations on ourselves because what we do is we look at our current situation and look at how we would view people. That's what we do. We look at us and say, if I were on the opposite side of them, this is what I would look at. That's all we do. So then we put self-imposed limitations on ourselves, assuming that somebody is viewing us like that. And they, hey, Ebony girl, we got to do lunch. We've been saying that for a minute. We got to do lunch after my event next week. We got to do lunch because I have a whole bunch of free time because I'm taking a long sabbatical. But that's all this is. No, a woman like that, she'll want me to have this, and this. And that ain't necessarily true. Because that person already sees you for who you are. And see, here's the thing. Normally, they see the core of who you are, and their core needs matches who you are, even though you're not in the best place in your life. That's just what it is. But it's our own self-sabotage and how we view ourselves that's keeping us from making things happen. So, could you have already met your Mr. or Miss Right? Thank y'all so much for sharing this. Could you have already met him? Now, I'm not talking about somebody that like you just because they like you, and but you're not attracted to them. I'm a firm believer in physical attraction, so I'm not talking about ladies because y'all always ask me, say, bro, what if he a good guy, but I'm just not. He doesn't do it for me physically. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the guy who does it for you on the physical, mental, spiritual, and everything else, but yet you keep pushing him away. That's the guy that I'm talking about. Because a lot of y'all try, because you ladies especially, because men don't do that. Men don't go get them somebody that's not physically attracted to them and try to make themselves like her because she's a good woman. Men don't tend to do that because they're visual. And I don't suggest that you do that either, because I don't. I've had to let, several go because of that. Not that they did anything wrong. It's just when you're in situations like that, you will withdraw your affection from them, and they could be all up in your face and want to be hugging and kissing on you, and you be like, oh hell no, but you don't want to be that way. So physical attraction is very important. What you say? Ebony said she want to see the whole baby. This baby Charlie, say hey, say hi. That was my grandson. Say hey, oh hey. You gonna give him a kiss? Mwah. You gonna give a kiss? Mwah. Hey, that's my baby. We have a song. That's Grandma Baby. Grandma Baby. Grandma Baby. That's our little song we sing. But he looked like he getting tired, y'all. So, but yes, I'm not saying get that dude. I'm saying get the guy that does it for you. And this don't mean for the fellas, they be wanting these fine men. If he looks like SpongeBob and that's fine to her, that's all that matters. That's it. So it's not a certain aesthetic. It's what is attractive to you. Because too many of you ladies, Miss April, I think I met my purpose mate, but I'm just not attracted to him. Well, that ain't your purpose mate. Yeah, I got to look at you and be like, even when I'm mad at you, I got to be able to say, oh, he can get it, honey. Get on my damn nerves, but come on over here. You still got to have that. So I don't know who came up with this other stuff that, let it build and see if it grows on you. That don't work for me. I can't. Nah, that don't work for you, girl. But now there's some that can do it because what you need might be a little different. There's a lot of women, out there that get with dudes that got a whole lot of money because security and finances are important to them. So what he looked like don't matter. What looks that bank account look like. That matters. And for me, that don't work for me. Yeah, so I pass on that. But anywho, it's a strong possibility that the person that's been chasing you, that you are attracted to as well too, and who was a good woman, or well, I won't say the woman might be chasing. She might have let you know, she's interested, but you keep pushing her away. That might be the very one that you need to let in your life, because she might be able, her presence will be able to take you to that next place, and even from an emotional place. And the same thing, for you ladies. So don't be like the Hindu story of the lady that prayed and prayed and prayed and said, Lord, please, I want to meet the God Krishna. Krishna shows up, taps her on the shoulder, but she's so focused on doing other things that she's not present, that she missed the very thing that she prayed for. There's a lot of y'all out there. You're only doing this because you're viewing yourself through the eyes of what you believe somebody else, how they would be viewing you. And that's not necessarily correct, okay? Love y'all. Have a great day. Yeah, he getting sleepy, y'all. He getting a little sleepy. Yeah, he's sitting here on granny bed. He getting comfortable. So yeah, he about to be snoring in a minute. Good, because granny got some work to do. I love you. I love you more. You're my baby. My daughter said, Mom, if anything happened to me or his dad, he coming to you, because he think he own me. And he does. That's my baby. But anywho, y'all, have a wonderful day. Think about what I said. Look in your life and say, is it possible that I could have pushed somebody away who's trying to come into my life because I think it's a bad time, but yet I'm not understanding that even in my ratchetness, when I say ratchetness, I mean everything is all broken loose, they still see me as an amazing person. They still see me as an amazing catch. They still see me as someone that they can see themselves with, even with all of this. And think about it. When someone comes into your life at the worst time of your life, that's kind of a sign to say, they looking at you like, okay, if this is her worst, if this is his worst, I can handle that. I can handle that. I can handle that. So all you're going to do from here is go up. Because yes, Ebony, they see you. They already see that you broke. They already see that your life is in shambles. They already see that you're trying to lose some weight. They already see that your money ain't right. Shoot, she can look at your shoes and tell you, how long you've been walking. She can look at you and tell in your face that you tired and you ain't sleeping and that you ain't resting. She can see that already. But even with her seeing all of those things, she still chose you. While y'all looking at not being chosen because of it's your worst time of your life, that person has already chosen you. Okay? They've already chosen you. What's this say? April, I have a message tell you how your lessons helped me manifest an opportunity and not a date. I know that's right, Cole. Had that man, but I was not attracted to him. No chemistry. Yeah, I think we've all had that guy. I've had that guy quite a few times. And all I had to do, let me tell y'all before I leave how I started to fix that. The reason I was manifesting the good guy, but I wasn't attracted to him and I could never connect, is because of how I viewed myself. I grew up, and I think I've told this story before. Growing up for me was very interesting. Although I was in my opinion, growing up, I was not the most popular. I didn't have a lot of clothes. I wasn't that girl like in middle school, elementary. I became that girl like 11th grade. But before that, I wasn't that girl. So my mental of how I viewed myself was already messed up. So the reason why, as an adult, I could never lock in the good guy that I was attracted to as well too, is because of this. And think about this. Think about this in your life. What? Hold on. He done something. What you do, baby? Oh, you need to go back to Netflix. He wants to go back to Netflix. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you this story. Here, that's for my baby. You want that? Stop pushing buttons, babe. There, go watch it. What? What you want Granny to do? You want me to hold it? Oh, anywho, he want me to hold it. What? Little dude. That's not what we do. Whatever. Anywho, the reason why I was not able as an adult to connect with that guy is because I didn't feel like I was enough for that guy. Now, this is the interesting part. From the time I can remember, all of the boys that I attracted were popular, very attractive, more public figure type growing up, influential. Starting from the 8th grade all the way up, my kid's father played wide receiver. He played football in college. My boys and my daughter has a different dad. My daughter's father was the head of the baseball team. I remember being in high school and the head of the basketball team. When his friends came up and said, April, would you just give my boy a shot? I'm like, who? Ivan, he like you. I'm like, what? But because of how I viewed me, I didn't see what they saw. So even as I became a woman, and I would attract like, a very high up executives. I would attract some, NFL, NBA, all of them, actors and politicians and men of influence, right? But I could never lock them in. And it's because I didn't view myself as good enough to have them. I didn't think I could have the man that treat me right and he fine too. But look what I just told you. It stemmed from my childhood. It stemmed from my childhood. Yeah, he getting all the attention. He got me holding his doggone laptop, iPad. So what happened to me in my childhood, how I viewed me with myself in my childhood, it stemmed over into my adulthood. So how I started switching that, I started working on my self-esteem and knowing what I'm worth. And then, now I'll be like, wait a minute, you April. Sometimes I say to myself when I be standing in the mirror, you April MF Mason. You better recognize who you are. Period. When you walk in a room, you shift the atmosphere, and when you leave, you shift the atmosphere. Okay? So I had to start believing that about me. So it was always a disconnect. So I would end up with the nice guys that were not attractive, all because I didn't believe that I could have the nice guy that was attractive that wanted me. And that stemmed from my childhood. Am I making sense? I know baby Charlie is all distracted and everything. But that's what it was. You see how you have to always go back to the root of a thing. And then one of my good friends was like, hey, look in your phone. He was like, look at all of the high-powered, influential men that are in your phone, whether it's to do business with, whether they try to date you, whether, they try to wife you up. Why could you not connect with them? And then that's what caused me to go back into my past and say, why can't I connect with that? Because that's really what I want. And it's because back then, I didn't feel good enough for those guys. Because as an adult, I just got them on a different level. But as a young girl, I was getting them, even when my hair was messed up. Even when I was, I didn't have no clothes and I was church going April and I had to wear the same clothes all the time and them long dresses. So my adulthood was just a replica of my childhood. So it wasn't until my friend said that to me about maybe a couple years ago. He was like, hey, let's go back. He said, since I've known you, and this was JoJo, since I've known you over the last 10 years, look at all of the men that you've dated, that you've gone out with. Look, there's a certain theme here. There's a certain theme here. They're all powerful in powerful positions in their own right, whatever they do. They're all influential. They are all, they can make moves. They can pick up the phone and make phone. They're all in this same type of lane. Why can't you not connect with them? Because you're in that lane. I'm like, I don't know, Joe. This is interesting. He said, come on, let's look through it. And he was like, you have access to people that folks their mouth would drop if they knew that. And these are the same dudes that actually liked you. But for whatever reason, you found something wrong with them and you could not connect with them. That's when I had to go do my inner work and say, April, you attract this a lot. Why can't you lock this in? And it's because growing up, I didn't feel good enough that I could have that dude even as a kid. So look at your past. Your past will give you a lot of clues. Papa, what are you doing? Don't. Did you just pop me? Yeah, you better hug me because you already know Granny will get that leg. So look at your past and go back and see if it's a possibility that what you are manifesting now into your life has everything to do with the subconscious belief systems that you've been having from growing up. Okay? Think about that. Because what's playing out in your life currently is what's going on in your subconscious. No matter, your mouth can say, I want a good woman in my life. I want a good man in my life. And you can say all of these things and you can be preparing yourself on the outside. But your inner belief system that has been ingrained in you says, I'm not good enough. Why would they want me? I don't have enough material things for her. How can I take care of her? She's out of my league. But your mouth is saying, man, I need a good woman in my life. Your mouth is saying, you know what? I'm going to prepare myself for my husband. But yet your inner dialogue and your inner beliefs that are so ingrained in you are running you. Your subconscious is what runs you, not what you're saying. So you have to work on changing what your subconscious is. And if you are in the Asset Elevation VIP Academy, y'all know tonight is our masterclass, and I will be teaching a little bit more in depth, well, a lot more in depth on this manifestation subject as well. But think about that. Think about it. Think about it. Your past is an indicator of why you are producing what you're producing in your life. So that was for somebody. I don't know. I always go off topic because, I'm always led to do something a little bit different. But that was for somebody. If you don't like the life that you're currently living and what you're currently getting, it would suggest that your inner beliefs and your subconscious mind is controlling you. Diane said, are you married now? No, not because I can't be, but because I didn't want to be until recently. I'll answer that question. Because I believe that just because you start doing the work, it doesn't mean you need to jump into something right away. I knew that with the proposal that I had not too long ago, if I would have said yes, all of the things that I'm coming into now, I may have chosen the wrong man. And what I didn't want to do is repeat what I did when I got married in my 20s. So I wanted to be at a mindset where I can say I'm making conscious decisions and I'm deliberately creating the life that I want. So I won't say that I'm too far from it, but I am glad that I wasn't anxious to get to it. Because a lot of times when you start doing your work and you start becoming a better person, the first thing people ask you, what, are you married now? Getting married is not the goal. Being a better me is the goal. Being a happier me is the goal. Because I feel like nobody can make you happy. They can only add to your happiness. So if you're not happy with you, don't try to manifest in that moment, because what you're going to do is manifest somebody that thinks about you the very same thing that you think. And then when you start having your aha moments, you realize, hell, what did I get? Who did I get with? Because you can only attract at the level of where you are. So if you keep bringing people into your life and you be like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. It's because the universe is bringing you, God is bringing you what you are capable of handling at that time. If you don't like it, shift your vibration, shift your energy so that you can get on a different frequency to get something else. Well, the frequency that I have been on, I ain't want to manifest nothing up out of that. I ain't want to manifest nothing up out of that. And I'm so glad that I did not. Now that I am where I like to be and I'm cool, content, and I'm enjoying life, now is the time. Now is the time. Somebody said, if we are dating multiples, how do we avoid choosing the wrong one? You need to join Teach Me How to Date VIP Academy. I cover all of that. I'm sorry, Baba. I cover all of that. So if you don't like where you are and you don't like the type of people that's coming into your life, change the frequency of what you're on. Change it. I was like, wait a minute. I got tired of attracting the good guy that I was not physically attracted to. So I had to change my frequency. How did I do that? I changed what I used to view about myself and identified the problem from when I was younger. So the worst thing you could do is try to manifest somebody on the current frequency that you are on when you're not happy with you, when you're not happy with your life. Now, being happy with your life doesn't mean everything has to be in order. But mentally, you need to at least be saying, you know what, I enjoy the life that I have and I'm manifesting amazing things into my life. You can't be focused on what you don't have. The reason why I ended up marrying someone just like what I didn't want is because I focused on what I didn't want in my father and stepfather, and my subconscious ran with that, and that's what I manifested. So, no, I will be married soon. However, I'm so glad that I did not take the proposals that were on the table for me over the last few years. Because it's like, April, you don't want to ruin yourself, and you definitely don't want to ruin them. And it's not because I was doing anything wrong, but when you'll know, when you're spiritually in tune, you will know. And for me, I knew when the light bulb came on and said, okay, it's time. But the goal is not getting to the marriage. The goal is becoming a better you. The marriage and the relationships and everything else is a byproduct of you becoming the best you. So I look at it like this. In order to get the best man for me, April needed to make some vibrational shifts. I can't go from 102.5, the hip hop station, knowing I want to hear jazz, but yet I won't turn from 102.5. I got to go to 101.9 in order to get to the jazz station. But if I want hip hop, I can't sit here on the jazz station thinking that one day some hip hop gonna come on. No, that's not how that works. I have to change the frequency. So if you find yourself always frustrated with the type of women that you attract, and find yourself always frustrated with the type of men that you attract, it would suggest that you are on the wrong frequency and you need to change that. When I realized, nah, Mace, you keep meeting these wonderful, when I be telling y'all these wonderful, amazing men that just like, they got it together. Like, I mean, it's like, whoo. One in particular, people's like, April, if you marry him, you'll be married to a legend, and your whole entire, platform will change. Yeah, but that's not that important. My platform is not that important to me as my inner being and my happiness and being attracted to what I wanted. So I had to say to myself, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Melissa, you talk like you listen to Abraham Hicks. I do. Actually, I went to see her 2 weeks ago. I've been listening to Abraham Hicks for a long time, as well as quite a few others that I listen to. You sleepy. My dada sleepy. As well as others that I listen to. But I found her after I got on my road to self-discovery. And once I got on that road to self-discovery, that's when all of the resources that I needed started to come. Which was her. Here, go with that. So with that, y'all, make sure that you are in tune. Like the title of the video is have you met your purpose mate? And you might have met them already, but because you're not tuned into the right frequency, you are letting life run you instead of you run life, you'll never meet them. So I had to start saying, okay, April, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Here's your core needs, and I need him to be attractive too. No more of the nice guys that I'm not physically attracted to. So that meant I had to heal the part of me from when I was a child that could not receive the attractive guy that liked me because I didn't feel like I was good enough. So I was carrying childhood stuff, and it was manifesting in my life, and I was just getting frustrated. So every time you see something that show up, be like, no, that ain't him. I need to be able to look at it and be like, ha! Now, I'm not saying I got to feel more butterfly feelings, because I don't believe that butterfly feelings is the indicator of if somebody good for you. No, I don't believe that. But I do need to be able to look at you and be like, I can see that. I can see that. So you may need to change your frequency. I had to do that. And the only reason why I did it is because I got frustrated. I'm like, wait a minute. Why can't I have the guy that's like this, and he look good to me too, and he's on a fitness journey like I am too, and a healthier lifestyle, and he's a man of influence and a man of power, and he's a man that can make moves like I can't. What? Nah, man. Why I got to take one without the other? I don't want that. So I have my little list. It ain't long. But I realized the disconnect came from, hey, Papa, the disconnect came from me not dealing with the why from my childhood. So you might be carrying even weight from your childhood. I have a lot of ladies that I've mentored and coached with that because they were sexually violated, that they continue to carry the weight because they was trying to make themselves unattractive. So now that they want to be in relationships, they like, I don't think anybody want me because of the weight. Well, you put on weight so nobody would want you. So now you're seeing the manifestation in your life, and that's how you're viewing it. Hello. Okay. You want to talk? You want to say hello? So that's all it is. Hello. Can I talk to Charlie, please?
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Hi,
Yes. So that's all I have. You see, somebody wants my attention. So thank you, baby. Hey, hello. Can I speak to Charlie? It's Charlie. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
You want to talk? It's Mickey Mouse.
Hello.
So I'm gonna go tend to him because he wants Granny's attention. Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yes. Want to go to dinner? Okay. Is my husband on the line?
Hello.
Is your grandpa? He coming to get you?
Hello.
So make sure, ladies and gents, that you are doing your work, and that you and that you are not passing up on people because life issues
Hey.
are happening. Hey, who you talking to? Because he talking to his granddaddy.
Oh,
His soon to be granddaddy. Granddaddy taking us to Disney World?
Hello.
Yeah, he taking us to Disney World. We're gonna take y'all to Disney World, and then we're gonna he and I going to Paris. Okay? And then we're gonna hit up Johannesburg. But we're gonna take y'all to Disney World first, okay? That's what he said? He on his way over? And he gonna bring some snacks. You gotta manifest, y'all. You gotta manifest. You gotta speak what you want. Love y'all. Say have a good day. Say bye-bye.